everything you want. Sweetness, saltiness, chocolatiness. Bellissimo. They're so good. I've just been... How many have I had? I've had 3. I haven't pigged out on the whole bag because I'm going to eat later. But that's... Bittersweet doesn't like pretzels. Bittersweet? Bittersweet who? Bittersweet DJH. Oh. These, they transform pretzels. It's like a whole new world of pretzels. It needs to be white chocolate. Yeah, they do white chocolate and fudge as well. And they're so good. So, what have I been up to since we last had a little chin wag? Chin wag. I don't think I've said that in like 10 years. I went and got a flu jab with Dan before tour. I know it's a weird time to get a flu jab, but didn't get the flu all winter. But then thought, you know what? It's a potential risk. If I'm seeing loads of people every day and traveling to different places and being exposed to the elements, probably good to get a flu jab. As if one person comes to a meet and greet or is in the front row and they've got the flu, it could be curtains because flu knocks you out of the game for like 2 weeks. So went to the flu place, pharmacy, and Dan had his and he was like, oh, I didn't feel it. It was nothing. Like honestly didn't feel it. It's fine. I was feeling a bit nervous because you know me, I always like over dramatize things in my head. Especially when you're a kid, you know, and you went for injections and then all your friends were like, yeah, the doctor twisted it into my arm and twisted the needle. And then your other friend was like, yeah, you had to do it 5 times because they couldn't find the vein. I was that kind of kid that was like obsessed with what happened and how painful it was. Anyway, so I was like, did it hurt, Dan? He's like, no, it didn't hurt at all. It was fine. I didn't feel it. I go in and unbeknownst to me, it wasn't because I was trying to flex for the doctor, but I got my arm out and apparently, which arm? It was this arm. So once a guy or anyone really gets their arm out, the feeling is you want to like tense your arm if you're feeling nervous. Don't know why I said a guy. Anyone can tense their arm. I fell. So my arm was really tense. Not because I was like flexing for the doctor, but because I was scared of the needle. So he's like, first of all, do you want to watch it? Do I want to watch a needle going into my arm? Let's think about that for a second. No. So I was looking away. I was like, have you done it? He was like, no, I've not done it. I was like, have you done it yet? He was like, I've not done it. I've not done it yet. Just calm down. So I was like, okay. So I was kind of gripping the table, which made it worse because you're not meant to do that. He's like, can you let go of the table? I was like, okay, I will let go of the table. So I let go of the table, but then my arm was still tense. So when he did it, it went into my muscle, which was tense, and it hurt so much. So the first thought that went through my head was, Dan is a betrayer. He has lied to me. This is horrible. And second thought is, I hate the doctor. So I had the injection, big baby about it. I was like, ow! You said it wouldn't hurt. You said it'd be a small scratch. Sorry, anyone that has to go get a flu shot, by the way, who's like worrying about it. It's just me. Just don't tense your arm and you'll be fine. So then put a plaster on it, which I had on yesterday. This morning, I checked and he stuck the plaster underneath where the jab was. I don't know if you can see. No, you can't. That was where the jab was. And he'd put the plaster there. So I'd just be walking around all day with the plaster on nothing. Just like a sticker on my arm. Great job, doctor. I'm cold. Putting it back on now. Envelop me, softness. This is such a nice jacket. It just is so warm. Huh. Elle fainted in maths class after theirs. Elle! That's terrible. My brother once submitted himself for a medical trial at university. Do you know, one of those things to make a little bit of extra money? And it involved injections, and he's terrible with injections. Like, I don't know if he's scared of them, but he just has a bad reaction to having a needle in his arm. Anyway, they asked him not to have breakfast or any food for 24 hours before, so he was feeling a bit faint already. And he was sat in the waiting room getting ready for the injection. He's like, oh, I'm feeling faint. I need some food. I need to eat, but it's fine. I'm going to do this. I'll get some food. I'll be fine. So the thing is, they had to give one injection, then he had to go sit down, and then they had to give him another one. I don't know what they were injecting or taking blood or something. But he had the first injection and then went to sit down. And the next thing he knew, people were just going, oh my God, oh my God. And he looked up and it's probably not going to want me to tell you this. He'd fainted head first into a carpet and then slid face first across the carpet. So he stood up, thinking everything was fine. But he had a massive carpet burn all the way down his face. So he went to see the doctor, and the doctor was just like, "What happened to you?" Because he didn't want to be removed from the trial and not get the money. He's like, "Nothing, I'm fine." And the doctor was like, "Your face is fully bleeding." So my brother had to explain what happened, and he got removed from the trial and didn't get any money for it. So that's a warning. Don't submit yourself for medical trials. They could do anything for you. I mean, to you. You don't know what they put on you. My mum was mad. She was like, "Don't submit yourself for a medical trial. You want £50? You crazy son." Always one for a little scheme, my brother. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that. Is he okay? It was a long time ago. It was like 10 years ago. Well, I thought it was very funny just because he had a giant carpet burn on his face for a long time. So being the lovely brother that I am, I reminded it of him. He doesn't like carpets either. That's the thing. Like the texture of a carpet, like the rough texture. So if that's straight to his face, that is not a good day for M Slice. I'm just eating one of these. Just get to know each other in the chat. I'm just gonna. Here's a pretzel. Hello, Lily. Hello, Annie. It's very rude to talk while I'm in front of how many people? I don't even know how many of you are watching. Thousands of people. I'm sorry. Hold on to my appetite. I'm going to slide this across the table, so I'm not going to be tempted. There we go. What else is new? Pastel plushies came out. Look at these little small guys. If you want a pastel plushie, they're at danandphilshop.com. Perfect for an Easter gift for someone that watches Dan and Phil, as the pastel is strong. They've got a pink flower crown and a blue and pink flower crown on me. Went through lots of iterations of flower crowns before we were happy with this one. So I think I did a poll like a year ago saying that we were going to do these plushies, and that's how long it's taken getting samples back and sending them back and forth before we were like, yes, this is the one. This is like the fourth kind of dungaree that we made, because we got one and it was too hard, it was like a sharp metal. We got another and this was too thin, so we didn't want it to break. So there's loads of stuff behind the scenes with these plushies that you don't see. I think it's probably like 73 emails and 10 samples before they hit the shelves of the Dan and Phil shop. Speaking of merch, Dan also released his own line of merch, which is really cool. It's so Dan, isn't it? It's like Dan has blended himself into a paste and then reformed it into merch. So if you want to check Dan's merch out, I need to get the website right. shop.danielhowell.com. There you go. If you want some Daniel merch, I'm a fan of it. You might see me wearing some in a future gaming video. So look forward to that. I am very uncharacteristically dark in the video, but it does suit me actually. So I think that might be the next gaming video actually. And I'm also working on a Phil shop. It's in the future. It's not like coming out next week. It's in the distant future. We're still in the discussion stage of what the product's going to be. So it'll be later in the year when it does come out. But I'm really excited. I've got so many ideas. So I'm excited to share those with you when they're ready. I'm not saying anything. No, whatever you're typing in the chat, I can't see it. You know I'm a bad liar. I won't be able to hide what I'm saying or not. Stop it. So, Fortnite. I've been playing a lot of Fortnite since we did the gaming video, actually. I know it's the most popular thing in the world right now. I'm so bad. Me against 100 other players is always going to end up with me dying. But I have got to the final 6 a few times. It makes me quite angry just because I think if you don't get a reward for something that you're trying really hard at, after a while it gets quite frustrating that people keep killing you. So we've been doing the test of how stressed I am. Dan's like, "Are you okay, Phil? Do you need to take a break?" And if I can say yee, like yee, it means I'm fine. But if I'm like yee, that means I need to chill out and play something else that doesn't involve shooting people. It's very, very stressful. But I did one thing where I was hiding in a room. and I put traps on all sides of the room, and I hid in there. And then I put a gun on the floor and hid in the corner. And then someone just walked in, and then all my traps got them. And it was the best time. I wish I'd recorded it. Or even my reaction. Because I've never won a game. But when that happened, I was just like, yes, I finally killed someone. If you want to see us playing Fortnite, there is a video on Daniful Games. We were pretty terrible, but we did kill a few people, so that was fine. All right, let's have a look at some premium messages. Who have we got today? Jess loved my amazing Phil video. Thanks, Jess. We reacted to our Instagram Explore pages. If you've not seen it, it's on Amazing Phil. I kid you not, my Explore page has got so weird since making that video. I don't know how I influenced it to be weirder. It is very strange. What have we got today? An elephant attacking someone. A terrifying baby model. Someone chopping a grenade in half that is filled with slime is right at the top. A slime grenade. So go to your Instagram and see what the first thing in your Explore page is and tell me in the chat. I would be interested to know. So go to Instagram, press the magnifying glass, and the first thing, you're not allowed to lie. Mine is paralyzed kittens, said Abigalia. A picture of Dab and Evan. Pictures of Harry Styles, said Anouk. I've got a couple Harry Styles. I had a dream. You just reminded me of my dream. I was hanging out with Harry Styles in Singapore, and he was late for his flight. And for some reason, we were on the same tour, and I was trying to help him get to the gate